Hi everyone, how is everything doing? This video is about the cost of Exjade. How much is Exjade Oral Iron Chelator Desperoxirone cost? As from time to time I'll be hearing patients, their family members such as their parent will come and in a curiosity come and ask me how much is Exjade cost. And in this video is what is about explaining, talking about a little on how much is it cost, because patient either switching chelator from Desfer to L1 or L, or they are from Desfer to Exjade, or they can be L1 but the doctor advised them to add on Exjade or just completely on Exjade, and they are looking to buy but it's so expensive. They want to know the price, and they're right, it's really the most expensive oral iron chelator yet, but at least in Singapore it has been a slightly decrease in price over the years. Not really decreased a lot, but it used to be more expensive. I'm going to talk about it. I think I first started when I was on Exjade. It's like back in maybe I don't know, maybe before 2012 or some around that, maybe probably before that. But I'm switched to SGH. It costs a tablet is a $52.38, so $52.38 for tablet. But at that time it's a buy one get one free, so is 52.38 divided by 2, so it's average it out about $27 something, close to $28 for each tablet. But yet some patients are taking 3, such as me when I first started. So times 3 multiplied by 3 is still 70 something, close to $80. But I think only maybe 1 or 2 years ago they realized that it's too expensive. I think they they have some deal with the normalities, but they managed to lower the price down a little, not by lowering the price, but give an additional tablet. So 1 for 2 promotion, they call it, 3 tablet at the price of 1. So now for $52.38 you get 3, so divide by 3, a tablet will cost $17.46 for a 500 mg tablet I'm talking about. So it's slightly cheaper, but it's still expensive. So let's say, because patients are not only taking 1 tablet, they are taking 2 to 3, so that may add up $17.46 per tablet times 3 is back to $52.36, but it's still cheaper than they used to. It's 20 something, let's say, or 52 times the 3, so will shock you, 150 something a day. It's more than, much more than most people earn if it's not on promotion. So but $52.36 is still quite a amount. The thing about Exjade is that it is still costly even after the 1 for 2 promotions. And as we can see in other countries, patients are saying, you know what, it is too expensive, it does not work. When I try to apply for subsidies from the government, even after the months, I get no reply. The government does not even care, and while waiting, they kind of look for other alternative. When they saw this Sinfa, which is an kind of generic this oral iron chelators used in India for some patients, at least for if they couldn't afford Exjade, or some generic Exjade such as the Asandra, which costs about $3 to $5 per tablet being known. and when they compare the price to Exjade, it is at least 3 times cheaper, at least 3 to 4, maybe 4 times even. So they kind of look for other alternatives, and they do not know whether they are suitable for the Asandra. So they kind of like want to get it for some reason, as it's cheaper, and they look for other alternatives like buying from other patient. If they have any extra of Exjade or L1 at a lower price, they can buy from. And our friends kind of asked me, I saw you have many Exjades. Do you mind send some to me, my country? I barely afford it. It's too costly in my country. And by the way, I do not have a lot of Exjades. Those you are seeing are all empty boxes. Are meant for display. Sometimes when I'm doing video, nothing to talk on video. Showing Exjade as well is good because I'm talking about Exjade in this video. All are empty boxes. In fact, some of them are turning yellow because I've been keeping it in my storage for like over 3 years now. And at least in Singapore, for those patients who couldn't barely afford Exjade, they subsidize from the government, depending on the degree how much they need subsidized, based on their monthly income, their saving, their household, their family, this job, and also saving as well. And the government will determine how much they could subsidize you, range from a maximum of 100%, meaning they cover everything: your blood transfusion, chelators, doctor visit, scanning, blood tests, you can name more, or from the minimum 10%. But for my case, I'm on 90%, so it's not fully covered for now. It used to, but many patients had become 90%. Somehow, maybe they have less fund or some issue, they are more strict to the subsidized now. Used to be 100, but now 90%. The other 10% I have to pay either by cash or my Medisave I have to deduct. At least I got work, so I have some Medisave. If I'm not enough, they will deduct my mom Medisave every month. Whenever I come for transfusion, that the bill, I have to pay 10%, and also the chelator, whichever treatment I'm going through, my blood test or doctor visit, scanning, MRI, things like that. But for MRI, I can try to get rebates. And Thalassemia Society are covering, so you can try to get they pay you back after you show them the bill 10%. Maybe I can try doing that, but I still have to pay 10%. But it's still better than if I have to pay fully. I couldn't barely afford those Exjade. But I know in Malaysia there is all patients are free. Their medication, their medical bill are all free. So that's even better. But depending on where you live though, that's my take. So just to show you and talk about what's the cost, the price of Exjade. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully the price of Exjade will go even lower in the times to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.